Get around this way. Okay. Let's get this shared a second. Just gonna share this a second. Connection should be fine now. Because I'm using my mobile phone. The connection before was because I'm not at home, so we should have good connection in a second. So I'm using my mobile phone rather than using the location I'm at's thing. The weather's not great out here, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can get some more. Can hear you loud and clear now. Shouldn't have any issues. I'm actually in I shouldn't even be on social media. But salute. How we doing? So we're just waiting till the room gets in and I'll just keep sharing the video. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Now, I shouldn't really be doing this video all. Shouldn't even be on social media. Should be off social media and taking some break. But has to be done. Get these two videos out of the way. The first video is going to be about the AJ. I call it infamous AJ JD interview review. At the top of this, for the people who are just new coming into the room or not knowing who I am or my background into this particular video. Now, first of all, the AJ defeat to Andy Ruiz was of no surprise. We kind of broke it down to you. We broke it down to you how Andy Ruiz could possibly win the fight and why he would win the fight and how he would win the fight and how he would unlock the code to beating AJ. We kind of told you that before the fight was, before the fight happened. We warned AJ fans exactly what would happen. And as I said it would happen, AJ got clipped in an exchange, and Ruiz, being a swimmer, short arms, would get inside, faster hands, would end up and stopping AJ. Okay, I warned you beforehand about a ring is not a ring, particularly if you're traveling from one part of the world to another part of the world. So particularly if you're used to being a home fighter all the time and having home comforts, when you go abroad, you have to build your profile. You don't have the creature comforts of just, driving around the corner to Wembley and getting in the ring and doing your business and having the comfort of the referee or the judges, all the rest of it. And just anyway. So now the second thing, to debunk those people that still think that I hate AJ. Now, for somebody who hates AJ, now if you think loving AJ is turning up to his fights and worshipping the ground that he walks on and listening to everything he says and not questioning what he says, if you think that's love, then you're the kind of person I won't want as a friend. You're the kind of person I won't want as a friend because you're not telling the truth. If you're the kind of person that's going to sit there and say AJ's so wonderful and so great, he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but as soon as he gets beat, you're one of the first people to say what a waste of time he is. If you're one of these kind of people, then you're not very good not very good in character. The whole point of me doing these videos in this particular video is to show you exactly what's going on, or if not exactly what's going on, what a lot of people in boxing are not telling you and won't tell you, but will basically listen to, watch and go. And then I get the telephone calls afterwards about it. So let me just go into this video. I've got, okay, so here we go. I might have to turn the chat off in this for a minute. Yeah, so I've turned the chat off at the minute so I can actually talk without being interrupted. I'll look at the chat afterwards. Now, I've suggested two trainers, Stacey McKinley, trainer of 35 world champions, history of training world heavyweight champions Tony Tucker, Alexander Povetkin, Shannon Briggs, Mike Tyson for 10 years, and now he's training Trevor Bryant to fight Emmanuel Shah. 35 world champions. Knows a thing or two about training heavyweight champions of the world. One. Then you've got James Eddie Bashir, worked with Lennox Lewis, worked with Vladimir Klitschko, currently working with Vlad Tsarenko, training with Shannon Briggs, trained Shannon Briggs, Jimmy McCline, Eddie Chambers, knows what it takes at heavyweight level. So these are guys that have got a CV of heavyweights, been around since 50 years in boxing. Two world-class trainers with a world-class CV at heavyweight. Two guys I've suggested AJ needs to give a call to. Not celebrity trainers, not guys that are just taking guys on because they've got a name but no CV when it comes to training and winning heavyweight fights. So that's the second thing. So all those people say that I hate AJ. I don't hate AJ. I've got no reason to hate the guy. But I have got reason to speak truth. And I have got, if the broadcasters and the promoters and the people told you spoke the truth, then what I'm saying would just resonate with most. Because the broadcasters have to sell you a pay-per-view event, because the broadcasters and the promoters and the managers have to sell you a fighter and a certain package, they'll put any bull in it and put any spin in it. What I'm trying to explain as well. So let's get on with this interview. Let's get on with this interview. Have I got anybody in my room with my? Has anyone in here got a? Let's see. Have I got anyone in here who's got a? Let me see. Can I wrench anybody up in here? I don't know if I can wrench. Can I wrench anybody up in here? I don't think I'm wrenching him up in here. Sorry. I can't wrench anybody up in this chat, which is a bloody shame. Have I got anybody in here who's got a wrench? If anybody in here has got a wrench, then please feel free to cut the nonsense out in the room. Yeah. If I had a wrench in a room, I would obviously. I can't use wrench on this. It's on my phone, so I don't know where the wrench opportunity is there. But anyway, let's get on with the chat. The JD interview. Let's get straight into it. I've said to you before, I'll say to you again. These videos of AJ on treadmills, ducking under poles, bouncing back and forth between cones, really and truly is not helpful. Not at all. In fact, it shows a lack of pretty inept and pretty it shows a lot of incompetency in the training, and I can see it. And I'm not a professional trainer, but I can look at those videos and go, what's this guy doing? What is this guy doing? He's ducking his head under a pole, and the guy who's fighting him is 3 or 4 inches tall, shorter than him. So you wouldn't do that. Why are you backing straight up on against cons, bouncing back and forth? And cons was because you were bouncing back and forth. You need to change lateral movement. Why are you moving backwards on a treadmill? These videos don't do AJ any favors whatsoever. And if you're out there and you think that those videos are helping AJ, no. Those videos need to be cut because they're not doing any favors. Clearly, the people who are putting those videos out know nothing about boxing, or their level of understanding of boxing isn't that great, because if it is that great, then they don't love AJ. They hate AJ because it's not good. It's not showing. It's not putting faith in people who want to see AJ do well. It's not putting faith in them at all. In fact, it's making them wonder, what the hell is that dude doing? So anyway, there's that. So I spoke about that. There's been lots of theories about why AJ lost against Ruiz, and I wanted to hear it from his mouth, not Eddie Hearn's mouth, not Barry Hearn's mouth, not his spokesperson, not even JD, or I wanted to hear it from Anthony Joshua's mouth, AJ, Big Dog. I wanted to hear it from his mouth. So I've, warmed myself a nice bit of hot chocolate early morning. This must have been about 9:30 this morning. I thought, right, let me hear what this man has to say clearly, that I don't misunderstand anything. This is him. So, okay, well, we know for a fact that AJ's media trained. So, I'm not going to say anything in this video that is going to make him look silly. Or so you'd think. So, so the video starts with him talking with his guy. I don't know who the guy is. I no disrespect to the guy, but he didn't sound to me in the line of questioning. He sounded more like an AJ fan rather than a guy who's trying to give like. He didn't give me the impression that he was a boxing analyst, or he gave me the impression that it was more of a fan talking to AJ rather than somebody who was kind of finding collective questioning rather than just going ahead with what AJ was saying. It just sounded like the guy was just there to go along, to get along with AJ in this interview. It did not sound like one which was an investigative interview. It just seemed to be one that just put out there for the fans to go, wow, AJ is so wonderful. But for anybody who was listening to that interview, go, what? What's this guy talking about? I'll give you an example. So he's talking about I'll go for it bit by bit. I can't remember. I can't go by order, so don't hold me to it. But the things I heard, he's talking about how his mind wasn't on the job because Fury and Wilder had a fight coming up. Okay. And Tyson Fury and wait, this just back up a second, son. Well, just get something straight here. You said to Max Kellerman. Now, you in the studio said you don't need Tyson Fury. You're not interested in Tyson Fury because he's got no belts. You're interested in Deontay Wilder. You said that. Now, let me go back a little further. You're the same man that said 50 million is what I need to fight Deontay Wilder. You're offered 50 million. It doesn't happen. Let's wind the clock back in further. Wasn't it after the Joseph Parker fight? They asked you, would you fight Deontay Wilder? You said 2020. No, let's rewind the tape even further back. It wasn't Bazza Hearn. Barry said it was ludicrous and crazy. They wanted to fight you now. And that was before. Like, as soon as you became champion, Wilder wanted to fight you. And Barry Hearn thought it was ridiculous, the idea. Because he says, if you can go for your whole career without fighting and Deontay Wilder, then that'd be a great thing. So Barry Hearn didn't want you anywhere near Deontay Wilder till 2020. 2020 or 2021. So there was never an intention for you to fight Deontay Wilder. Never. Not according to the Hearns. Not according to Barry. But that's on tape. You can look that up on YouTube. Anyway, let's fast forward it. So you said you had one eye on them and you're coming to America and you need to put a performance on. Okay. So truly, if you had to put a performance on, you'd be 110% focused on the job. Because win this fight and you'd get the opportunity to fight Deontay Wilder. Because the rumor was that Deontay Wilder was going to meet with you on the Sunday. That was what the rumor was. Okay. So why wouldn't you want to put on a good performance? And Andy Ruiz this type of guy, I'll be beating 9 times out of 10. Okay. What leads you to believe that? How many guys have you fought in your career that have been short and squat, who are swarmers, who will force you onto the back foot and are young and hungry with Urizi's style? The last time I checked somebody like that, that was the guy back in the amateur days. Nista, right? Was not Nista the guy that knocked out Joshua in the amateurs? Maybe I'm wrong. He mentioned some other strange things as well. That he was in control of the fight and he knew what he was doing at all times. It didn't sound like that when he went back to the corner, because he went back to the corner and he asked Rob, what do I do now? So the Anthony Joshua that was in the fight and the Anthony Joshua who was analysing the fight was two different people. There was almost a level of delusion there, really delusionary, because it's like I was in control of the fight. No, you wasn't in control of the fight. You was never in control of the fight. From round one, you didn't look like you looked uncomfortable. Your legs and your balance didn't look right. You talked about being so confident going into the fight, and you never had any concerns going into the fight. Yeah, why did you bring in the Navy SEALs guy to help you focus on not getting knocked out? It just didn't. The interview didn't make sense. It didn't. It didn't relate to what I saw in the ring, and to me, from what I saw of that interview, was somebody whose head is in too deep and is too proud or doesn't know how to ask for help. Truly. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it seems like to me. Because he wasn't giving Andy Ruiz the credit that he deserves. Andy Ruiz is far better. Right, I'm back again. Apologies for this stream today. I don't know what is going on. Um, it must be the location I am at the moment. Right. So as I was saying, what a lot of people are forgetting, Ruiz had 5 weeks to prepare for this fight. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. You think I'm reading too much into these videos, eh? Bruce, you have not a clue, mate. You've not got a clue. Not got a clue. Listen, AJ needs to find himself a world-class trainer, and quickly, right? Because all this time now, he needs to find. Yes, my friend, he needs to find himself a world-class trainer. He really does, because this is all this time is going by. He'll need a world-class trainer. He said he had the fight under control against Ruiz when he got knocked down. No, he didn't, because he said he couldn't remember. AJ needs help. AJ needs serious help. Yes, CB Sports TV. Hope you're well, brother. AJ needs help. AJ needs serious help. And the comments, being a little dismissive of AJ here, he's probably still has the best heavyweight history on it. Listen, mate. Listen, mate. Ruben, do yourself a favour, mate. Because somebody, Ruben, somebody just silence Ruben for me tonight, please. Put him on timeout. AJ needs to be under the tutelage of a top class trainer. He needs to be under the tutelage of top class trainer, and he needs to have some guidance here. He should not be going into the rematch. Mentally, I don't think, in my opinion, from what I've seen of AJ, he's not mentally strong at all. And I think, like he says, I need to win those belts back. Listen to the language. I need to win those belts back. Not I'm going to win the belts back. I need to win the belts back. Need doesn't mean you're guaranteed to win the belts back. I'm going to win the belts back is very different. The rematch will fix surely match from cannot afford to lose to this one. Yes, they can. Yes, they can, because they've got Alexander Usyk. right? So if Joshua loses again, they've got Alexander Usyk. And again, you guys don't listen to me. Remember when all you lot were talking about Eddie's got the power, Eddie's got the power, Eddie's gonna make the fight happen in Cardiff, Eddie's this, Eddie's that, Eddie the other, Joshua's gonna get the fight in Cardiff, yeah. Well, mate, get your tickets and go down to Cardiff, go down to Cardiff, the Principality Stadium, go down there, see if you get to see the fight. The fight is in Saudi Arabia. So all those Eddie's gonna do it. What did I not tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you all? You all don't listen. You all don't listen. Yeah, Joshua's got a contract, and Reese is the champion, but Joshua and Matthew's got control. Joshua's got Eddie, and Eddie rules the world, and whatever Eddie says will go. Yeah, you sound how stupid you sound now. Yeah, sound real dumb. So, but there is a connection, obviously, because Joshua has been out there before. So he has got connections out there in the world. But what you all fail to realise is they got hit on the chin and it all went wrong from there. We got hit on the head and it all went wrong from there. One punch and it all went wrong from there. Eddie's got not exactly. So, listen, AJ needs a world-class trainer. The fight is going to happen. He's talking about how he would beat Andy Ruiz 9 times out of 10. Listen to me. If you go into your training camp with that mentality and you haven't acknowledged the first time round, you haven't acknowledged the guy the first time round could possibly be a better fighter than you, then what's the motivation for you to improve? If you think you can beat Andy Ruiz 9 times out of 10, I'm telling you from a psychological standpoint, for somebody who I don't think mentally or psychologically is very strong at all, for you to turn around and say these words, I should beat Andy Ruiz 9 times out of 10, is along the same lines as Eddie Hearn saying we should be beating the likes of Andy Ruiz. Same nonsense, same arrogance, right? You need to have a trainer around you telling you, isn't Joshua affiliated with Saudi Sheikh's corruption at BWTM Sports? I don't know. I really don't know. You don't have to go far for corruption. You don't have to go to Saudi Arabia to find the corruption, mate. Trust me. Yeah, I can't remember what I was going to say, but he needs a world-class trainer. I can't stress it enough. He needs a mentor. He needs proper boxing people around him. Where's Rob McCracken, by the way? Where is Robert McCracken? Because I've seen no videos of Anthony Joshua training Robert McCracken. Who's the new trainer? And whoever the trainer is, they're going to have to gel together. And you got what now? What's it now? We in August, September, October, November, December. 4 months to get it right. 4 months to get it right. Now, Andy Ruiz, for his part, what can George Foreman offer Joshua? A lean, mean grilling machine and some nice words, but nothing else. That's an insult to some of the world's best trainers. George Foreman can't offer him nothing when it comes to Stacey McKinley. George Foreman can't offer him nothing to James Ellie Bashir. He was a great fighter, but he's not a trainer. He's not a trainer. Klitschko, great fighter, not a trainer. It's like saying, it's like saying, you've got Jose Mourinho, good example, Jose Mourinho, and who's going to take over Man United? Oh, bring in Ronaldo because Ronaldo's a good footballer. It doesn't work like that. His commentary was appalling. Can't imagine him trying to explain and teach. Well, no, teach. What's he going to teach? What's he going to teach? What's he going to tell Joshua? He needs somebody who knows the science of boxing. So them habits that Joshua's got at the moment, who's going to correct them habits? Who's going to correct the habits? Who's going to correct him bending down against a guy shorter than him? Who's going to correct him? Yeah, Henri, unfortunately, he did. Who's going to correct him backing straight up against the ropes? Who's going to correct those mistakes? Who's going to correct him engaging when he shouldn't be engaging? Who's going to make those? Who's going to correct those mistakes? Eddie Hearn? Robert Kraken? Who's and why was he boxing that way in the first place? Because according to Joshua, he was okay. He was in control, and he felt he was boxing well. And I'm looking at this guy; he looks terrible. His feet all over the place. There's no balance. No, Peter Fury, no, not for no. I can't see that happening. Maxroom is tablecloth boxing company. Simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. New trainers Penfold, I hope not. Will getting less bulky fix his stiffness? The other stuff, like, no, 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 no. Just think to yourself, if he's less bulky, then there's less of him to hold him up. You listen. Whether he is built like Arnold Schwarzenegger or he's skinny like Deontay Wilder, if he doesn't know how to throw a jab, an educated jab, I don't just mean a powder puff jab, a powder puff jab, that's not going to help. It's not going to help. And again, well, let's talk about this. We'll talk about this. Let's talk about this rematch and this Saudi Arabia thing. Exactly, AJ will always gas out. There you go. And look at this. So this is what AJ fans are missing out on, or what they're not taking into consideration. So he's got to win the titles back. He's got to go abroad to another country outside of UK. So he didn't travel well to America. He's now traveling to Saudi Arabia, right? He's gonna have to fight. He's gonna have to acclimatize. He didn't acclimatize well in America. I don't. Will he acclimatize well in Saudi Arabia? He will suit Andy Ruiz down to the ground. This is crazy. This is madness. Why Saudi Arabia? Why Saudi Arabia? Why Saudi Arabia? Why not in Mexico? I don't know. Listen, it don't make a difference if it's Saudi Arabia, Mexico, York or Bethnal Green. If you don't know how to throw a jab, if you don't know how to throw an educated jab, if you don't know how to keep a tall man off of you, if you don't know how to handle pressure, then you're a sitting duck. Who's going to correct the mistakes for Anthony Joshua? Who's going to correct those mistakes? And if you can correct those mistakes, who's going to make it? Who's going to person to set the game plan for Anthony Joshua? So as I was saying, Ruiz had 5 weeks training. 5 weeks. He was a late replacement. A late replacement. So he wants to lose a stone, so he'll be a stone lighter. So the Anthony Joshua that's preparing for Ruiz, second time round, take into consideration Ruiz is going to be faster in the rematch. So you won't get hit with the same punches. You shouldn't get hit with the same punches again. Ruiz will know how strong Anthony Joshua is. And the aura of Joshua is gone. It's gone. All those big muscles don't mean anything anymore. So Joshua's now got to come face to face with a guy that basically embarrassed him in America. He's got to come face to face with that again. He's got to come face to face with that again. So he's got a psychological thing he's got to deal with there. He's got a physical thing he needs to deal with there. Stamina, mental fortitude, boxing technique, and the scars from the first fight. What do you think about the atmosphere? Will that be important? They say that the last few shows there have dead in those terms. I didn't think atmosphere won world titles. It tells you the state of affairs that people are talking about the atmosphere as opposed to the actual fight itself. No, I don't know about that. I don't think there's much more to talk about. But what I do want to do is talk to Michael Hunter. I've got to try and find a way I can get Michael Hunter on the call, but because he wanted to do a call with me tonight. So I don't know if I can do it somehow or the other. Maybe I can do a Skype call. Because this is the only good connection I seem to have here is my phone. But Michael Hunter wanted to have a chat, so so frustrating. Well, I'm only here for a night. I move on tomorrow night, so I'll be able to do a better video tomorrow. Any questions, guys, before I lock off? Hunter, yeah, it's a good matchup. Uh, would you know the time difference when fight night comes around, Ingram? Will you be covering it live? It's December, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, it's a very good fight, is it, Ruben? Go on, tell me. Kuzmin is no joke. Okay. Oh, is that because he's Eastern European? Is it because he's no joke? He's Eastern European. Is that what it is? Fear for Hunter. Okay. You fear for Hunter. I don't fear for Hunter. So if Hunter beats up Kuzmin, then does Hunter a top class fighter then? Possibly a reach out to Andre Wolf for an interview. Oh dear. So we got Michael Hunter on. It's round for round back on. What's that got to do with the price of fish? Turbiev or I don't know. Um, no, I haven't. Not really. No, but I'll look into it. I'll look into him. I will look into him. I'll probably look into these fights tonight while I've got some rest. I'll get some rest tonight, and then once I get proper connection, back on the Foot Manager. Any other questions? Round for round boxing. Check out the Andy Ruiz video that's out there now of him. He'd be a good scalp. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let's see what people are saying here. I just don't. The thing is, can AJ improve? Kuzmin, Caleb, Joyce, any amateurs, right? Saunders, Lee, Warren, thoughts? Not much really. You got amateur. Okay. Thoughts on Saunders fight, leaving Warren. Well, we knew that Saunders was talking with Eddie beforehand, wasn't he? I don't know. I think I'm gonna say it now. Billy Joe Saunders is a wasted talent. A wasted talent. I don't know how much Billy Joe Saunders actually wants it. He does a lot of talking, but I don't know how much he actually wants it. Um, I don't know how much Billy Joe Saunders actually wants it. I don't know how much hunger Billy Joe Saunders has got. When fight times come around, what weight will you be looking to see both fighters at? Ideally, I'd like to see Ruiz a stone lighter. Um, and the other thing is, you also got to take into consideration. You people like to talk about AJ's weight. That weight is necessary because when he gets up in them clinches with Ruiz and he needs to hold and tie Ruiz up to clear his head, Because he's that heavy, he can lean on Riz and tire Riz out. When he's lighter, yeah, he might be a little faster, but it'd be quicker. It'd be easier to him to get knocked over because he hasn't got that strength to hold himself up. I agree. 5 fights in 4 years destroyed Billy. Still very good. He's all right. I never thought he was a great fighter. I think Billy Joe Saunders is a good fighter, but yeah, he's a good fighter. I need when you say to yourself, "Well, who's Billy Joe Saunders' best win?" And then you think of the ignorant puncher. What's his name? From Canada. That's his best. That's his best win. That's his signature win. To be honest, tells you something, doesn't it? Lemieux. That's it. I want AJ to come near when he came in for Parker. That's not going to save him. That's not going to save him. For me, AJ's done. This fight will confirm it. Yeah, of course AJ's done. Yeah, I do think he does. I think Andrade beats Billy. Yeah, of course he does. Um, it will make a difference if he comes in that light against Parker, right? You got to take into consideration Parker and Ruiz are two different types of fighters. Parker, Andy Lee, Ingram. That no, Andy Lee won his best win. You think Andy Lee was his best win? Don't know. I think Lemieux might have been his best win. In terms of fear factor, Andrade, the guy is yet to be tested, mate. Okay. All right. Okay. Guy said the same nonsense to me about Crawford. Yet to be tested. But I could see for a mile of what Crawford was about. I could see what Crawford was about. You don't say that about Crawford now, do you? Uh huh. Warrington versus. Great fight. Great fight. Shako's a sharp puncher. Good boxing skill. Well versed. Good boxing skill. Um, good fight. Experienced world champion in Warrington versus a young upstart in Stevenson. Shaka Stevenson next year. I think Stevenson needs more testing fights. And yeah, I think he's got the right style to beat Warrington. So it's going to be skill versus will in that one. Because see Warrington being the bull and coming forward and chucking loads of punches. Andrade's best win is split decision over Vanis, and yes, Crawford is yet to be tested at 147. Okay, all right. Yet to be tested at 147. Okay, all right. Well, can you see skill set? Can you see Crawford's skill set? And as far as I'm concerned, he fought Horn and he beat the brakes off of Horn far more convincing than Pacquiao ever did. This is the same Pacquiao now that beat Thurman and beat Broner. Never been blown away by Andrade. You don't have to be blown away by Andrade. But then I don't think you're a guy that appreciates boxing skills that much, Ruben Guerrero. So you're the kind of man that sit down and watch Gatti and Ward and think that's boxing science. Another one, Richard Cumming, my boy. Maybe we're talking to Richard before anyone paid Richard any attention down in Essex. When he's down in Buckhurst Hill Way, training at the gym down there. Good fighter, Richard Cumming. Yeah, I think Lopez should fight Cumming. You know, for him to, because he's done a lot of talking. Uh, didn't he fight? Didn't Lopez fight Cumming the other day? Sure, he did. You shouldn't assume, Ingram, nor should you, Ruben. You've just come in the room. Somebody, please put Ruben on mute, please. Somebody mute Ruben, please. Please mute him. Let's see what else. Let's see. Michael T, what's going on, brother? Boxing Kingdom, what's going on? Joey, my man. Prince, good to see you in the room. Core 2971. Well, do you know what? Check this out. The theory of Matchroom can't afford to lose AJ lose again. How much of their investment in AJ have they got back? Still insists that Crawford's hardest fight is the boy from Scotland took the title off. I would say the Gamboa fight was his toughest fight. No, I told everyone he was going to beat the brakes off of Burns. His toughest fight was against Gamboa. That's what I thought was his toughest fight because he got rocked against Gamboa. How does Luke Campbell nullify Lomachenko's attributes? Punch with Lomachenko on your straight right hand. I think if you're going to beat Lomachenko, you've got to punch in between Lomachenko's punches. Terry Marsh versus Wayne Alexander, bare knuckle, who wins? Wayne Alexander, phenomenal puncher. I remember when he knocked at Takalu. You want to see a vicious knockout? Watch his fight, Wayne Alexander against Takalu. It was a brutal knockout. Yeah, brutal knockout. That or Ingram spot on, but Gamboa came up 2 weight classes for that, in my opinion. Yeah, but you say that. Takalu, great fight night. Yeah, of course. Again, but remember, you when you move up 2 weight classes, you do carry speed up with you. And Gamboa could punch, and Gamboa, you say you move up 2 weight classes. Sometimes these guys like Gamboa really dragged himself to make the weight. So you look at where Crawford lightweights moved up to welterweight, But remember, he fought at light welter. He fought at light welterweight. No, he was a lightweight. He fought a light welterweight when he fought Prescott, and he handled Prescott with ease, and that was on like a week or two's notice. So I think Crawford's a special kind of fighter. I think we're gonna find out why everyone calls Errol Spence the truth when he fights um, Sean Porter. I just want to know how he handles Sean Porter's ferocity. That's what I want to know. Great fight. Great fight. Boxer versus brawler. Broner versus Progress. They've been trashing each other on social media. Well, Broner wants to make some money, and Progress ain't so ain't easy work. He ain't easy work, and Josh Taylor's gonna find that out. That boy's not easy work at all. So Josh Taylor's got his hands full, and Broner needs to just keep quiet. How do you see Spence moving up to 154 when he does move up? Well, forget he gets to 154. Let's see how Spence does against Porter before we talk about him moving up. Because there was nothing in Spence's punching power that made me think, yeah, if Porter gets hit with them punches, the same thing would happen. I mean, he hit Mikey Garcia with everything. So, I don't know. Waiting on Taylor Samai. Vlad Tsarenko, real deal or hype? Well, I've seen Vlad Tsarenko up close. Um, I think he's a work in progress. Is Josh key to victory to be vicious to the body? I don't know what his key to victory is. Porter hasn't looked great. His best in recent fights. Stars make fights. What was the motivation for those fights with Sean Porter against someone like Spence? Is different. Do you think Sean causes upset? He can. Are you going Saudi? Absolutely not. I think I'm going to have my own. I think I'm going to have my own hands full by then. So I'll have my hands full by then. Why? Because I'm going to have my hands full. So yeah, I'll have my hands full by then. Can't watch Porter anymore. I stopped watching him 4 years ago. Yeah, I get it. I understand the Porter thing. I do get it. Sean Edwards, how you doing, brother? Are you going to this? Are you going to Saudi Arabia? AJ's got to win that fight. He has got to win that fight. And nah, you going Saudi? No. Like, why? I said, because I'm like, I've got enough on my plate. And it's like, oh, I said, you going Saudi? Nah. Any chance Devery beats GGG? I think he beat him in the amateurs, didn't he? Porter is more skilled than typical pressure fighter. Do you think that Spence might cause Spence problems being swarmed with someone who has strong, fast hands? Um, I don't know about Porter. Porter still rushes in with his head down and swinging punches. I don't know. He's almost like a caveman when he throws them punches, but I still like to see how it's not so much the pressure, it's the pace. I want to see how Spence handles pace. Somebody's coming at him quickly, so he's having to use his feet quickly, not allow him to get space to get his body shots off. Oh god, my battery's gonna go soon, even though it's me charging. Stupid phone. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We'll see how he handles space. No, I've not interviewed Tom Hauser. I'm not sure if I'm. How much do you think AJ is getting for this fight? I don't know. Haven't got the contract. Ask some of these people across YouTube. There's very few people in this room that know how much AJ is getting paid for this fight. There's no chance as or borrowing in there. I don't know what you meant. I didn't know. Let me read that again. I don't know. Guys, read that live chat again. So he says. AJ will get beat again unless he switches his style up because Ruiz figured out his flaws now, and the better boxer usually wins the rematch. Yep, yep, yep. Speaking sense right there. That JD interview did him no favors. Let me tell you that right now. That interview did him no favors. That interview, I'll tell you what. Let me give you insight to how the boxing world works. Yeah, they, his team, Ruiz's professional team, will be looking at interview and they will be laughing their heads off. Yeah, laughing their heads off. I'm telling you. You think I'm joking? They're laughing their heads off for that. And I would not be surprised if somewhere along the line you're going to hear Ruiz respond to AJ about that interview. Don't think that Andy Ruiz ain't watching all these interviews with AJ. Don't think that. I mean, it was terrible. It was AJ. It was like a therapy session. Yeah, say this again. I could be Andy Ruiz 9 times out of 10. I just I was in control of the whole fight. I was you know I wasn't really motivated for the fight Andy Ruiz. Because I was thinking about Wilder and Fury. Um, yeah, and I just think, I'm only fighting Andy Ruiz. That's why he got yourself knocked out. That's what he said. Yeah, that's what it is. Therapy session. And the guy's going, like, is it AJ? Really? So that's what you thought? Is that what it was? Yeah, I kind of felt that way too. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. When you went down, yeah, you look like you were in control of the fight. Yeah. Then we see a clip of him going back to the corner. What round is it? Yeah. What did he hit me with? What should I do? Then there's AJ. Yeah, I was in total control of the fight. I got hit with a shot, and then after that, I didn't know what was going on. But I was thinking to myself, like I had my faculties together. I was thinking to myself, just like the Klitschko fight, what? Joshua will put loads on. What's that? This my battery's going to end soon. I'll have to end soon. But it says, Joshua will put loads of. I'm back to get my belts videos out to sell this. I think AJ needs old school training, not this high tech pish he posts. I've said it. 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 He's done. He is done. I'm telling you, he's done. The reason why I'm saying he's done is this: the aura has gone. They've seen London Bridge fall down, and that is it. When a guy's aura is gone, you're no longer invincible. You can be knocked out. You've been knocked out in training. Now you've been knocked out in a fight. I actually feel sorry for AJ. I really do. Put a fork in Ingram. I feel sorry for him. AJ, my advice to you, very quickly, Find a world class trainer. Bashir offered you the opportunity to train you back when you're in the Klitschko camp. Find a world class trainer, and I think set your training camp out in Africa. You were out in Nigeria before. Take your peeps and get your ass out to Africa. The heat is hot out there. Get out there and do your hot weather training out there. Yeah, and make sure you get world class trainer and world class team. Take them out to Africa. You got the money, spend wisely. Invest in you, AJ. Invest in you. They're world class. Don't get any celebrity trainers. Get a trainer who's got a world class CV. Ask them the question: who have you trained? What have you done at heavyweight? And focus on heavyweight trainers. In my previous video, I talked about guys you could bring in for sparring. Oscar Rivas would be brilliant. Keep this energy in the post-fight video showing them. Hey, listen. I've always kept the energy the same, but you don't keep the energy the same. You don't keep. And my energy has always been the same. It's always been 100 with me from day one. I don't shuffle like that. My character's not like that. I tell you what I see. Oscar Rivas, sparring partner. Joey DeWaco, sparring partner. Dave Allen, sparring partner. You know who else I would have had as a sparring partner, but you can't have him because he's no longer alive? Back in the day, I would have had Burt Cooper. David Tua, sparring partner. I would have had back in the day. Short, squat, powerful. So, like when I was watching Thurman training for Pacquiao, I was like, bro, no. What did it for me when I knew Thurman was going to lose the fight? When I watched Thurman, okay, Lewis and Vlad got knocked out several times, but still came back to be considered among the best. Can I stop you right there? You've mentioned two great fighters, but guess what? They had a great trainer, Emmanuel Stewart and James Ellis Bashir. Put that back in the pipe and smoking it long and hard. Joshua's been knocked out. Who's his trainer? Who's his current trainer? Yeah. He loses again. He's not making sense till this day. Could still be concussed. He doesn't make sense. He's making no sense. Do you think he has too many people around him? I think he's the wrong type of people around him. They're not boxing people. We don't need or want Joshua to win. We need an Instagram champion. What? Ruiz, Instagram champion. What? Right? Ruiz Wilder undisputed. Yep, of course. When he trains, he has like 40 people there. Yeah, well, he needs cheering him on. But this is what I'm saying to you. He hasn't got boxing people around him. Got a bunch of hangers on. If the AJ we know turns up, he brings the belts back. Facts. The AJ you know, I don't. What is that? The video game AJ? Keith eating pizza just before fight was disappointing. Not facts. Opinion. Listen. If AJ you know, which AJ is that one? The one that fought Dillian White? The one that fought Klitschko? The one that fought Povetkin? Which AJ are you talking about? The AJ that won these fights beforehand. Mate, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The reason why I told everyone that AJ was going to get beat by Ruiz, right, is this. Listen carefully. In the Dillian White fight, in the Klitschko fight, in the Povetkin fight, in the Takam fight, all those fights showed where he was vulnerable to getting hit, hurt, and potentially knocked out. I said, you put those fights together and you put Andy Ruiz in there, Andy Ruiz will stop Joshua. Why? Because when Joshua opens up and throws punches, that's when he's most vulnerable. So, mate, go look at my videos. I'm not gonna sit down and argue with you, mate. But if you make statements like that, that's the reason why AJ got knocked out. It's people like you are the reason why AJ got knocked out. And you people like you are the reason why he's gonna get knocked out again. Because of that same arrogant, ignorant mentality. Oh, if the AJ that turned up before, that's the same when AJ dropped Ruiz, it was the same AJ, right? It was the same AJ. In in the verge of bullying here, Ingram at least give him a shot. Haha. What? No, look, it's not that. It's not. I just don't deal with. Listen, you have to deal with the facts. If you build your house on sand, the house may look great, but when the storm comes, it gets blown over. You have to build your foundations on solid principles. And if your principles are not solid, when they come under the test of time, they're gonna be exposed each and every time. So you keep on talking this rubbish. Why did the others not win? Just asking. Well, Klitschko didn't win because his trainer, Vitaly Klitschko, not a trainer, advised him not to finish Joshua off. Klitschko had been on his ass for years. Then he came back out of nowhere, out of retirement, and dropped Joshua, a 42-year-old man. Come on, man. The signs have been there for ages. I've been telling people about that. And plus, he was getting knocked out in sparring as well. But you all don't listen to me. And I'm talking to you because you don't listen. So go and put your money on AJ. Because you people like you have to lose money for you to learn. It's the only way you listen. Is for you put money bets on your fighter. Listen, I learned the hard way. Right, all the time. I put money. I remember when I was younger. Then you must have won loads. Then why do you think I'm giggling so much? I won loads the night that Khan got knocked out by Prescott. I won loads the night that Khan got knocked out by Garcia. I won the night that uh, Allen got beat by Price. Um, I won when Thurman beat Pacquiao. Oh, Thurman got beat by Pacquiao, may I say. But that's beside the point. We don't get it right all the time, but you can see the signs. For me, I tell you when I discovered that when I thought Pacquiao was going to beat Thurman, I don't know where the wrenches are. You know when I knew Pacquiao was going to get. Oh, by the way, people in the room, smash the like button. Come on, guys and girls. The moment I knew that Pacquiao was going to beat Thurman is when I saw Thurman on the bicycle. Remember he was on the bicycle and he was like on the bicycle, looked crazy. That's when I knew, bro, you're trying too hard. You're not at this level. Joshua made all this money. Good luck to him. But from now on, it's downhill. People can see he isn't mentally strong and isn't a technical fighter on power shots on one dimension. Anyone can say what they want. I could say I won loads on Wilder versus Fury. Listen, my friend, the facts are out there. Go look at the videos. I didn't just do this yesterday. Go look at the videos. Go and look at my breakdown to the videos. Go and listen to them over and over. What 45-year-old dad of three calls themselves Lee Harvey Oswald? Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But, I don't say what